Alright, we are back with the Random Gamer for another push through into Orleans' story. So, one thing I was thinking about is, before we do this, because you might be able to tell when I'm recording this, because it is 32 minutes away from one of the events, and I can't remember which one. So I'm just gonna, before we start, I'm gonna check to make sure I bought what I want. There's only 31 minutes left. Okay, that is lasting for long. Not ready for the account yet. Debating. Okay, yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing really for this account that is like need to have. There's quite a few things I actually want to grab eventually from here, but we're not ready. Like, there are some very good servants that once you hit it, it'll be free. This is much longer because you have to get through its tickets. We're not there yet. Alright, now that I've just, I've decided on what I'm going to do here, let's get into the story again. Okay, do I get it in? Alright, we're back to Amadeus. Okay, so we're going to keep this team together here. Why? I don't know why I'm not switching around. Anyway. Here we go. Wyvern attack. There's been a lot of violence lately. No, that wasn't it. This sensation is the Dragon Witch. What did you say? Let's retreat, Gregorius. We don't stand a chance against her right now. Well, we can't do that yet. Oh? The civilians aren't evacuated. The mayor hasn't trusted me with their protection. I must fulfill that wish, or else I won't be able to stay a saint. But I know if I stay, I will die. But even so, I can't abandon them. Lord Gregorius, you are a man who is thick in the head and body. What was that? But the part of you that is terribly cute has touched my heart. And so, please allow me to take over that duty. What? I am the Queen of France. Even though that is in the future from here, for me, neither past nor present makes much difference. Protecting the citizens is an important duty for me, too. You are now given a duty that can change everything. Saint Georgius. Why did I say Gregorius? Go with Joan to Arc and please lift the curse from the Dragon Slayer. In the name of Marie and Antoinette, I will make sure to protect the city. Please, wait up. Hey, wait, Marie. Marie, let us stay and fight with you. You can't do it alone. I'm sure the two of us can. That makes me very happy, but you cannot, Joan. I am sure I was summoned for precisely this moment. Not to harbor hatred or defeat enemies, but to protect the people. So that, this time, I will protect those dear and beings. Save my dear country, I'll do what is right. Oh, but please apologize to Amadeus for me. I never got to hear him play after all. He was 6 and I was 7. Since then we passed each other, but we've never met. Marie, Lord Gregorius, do you agree to this arrangement? If you are fine with it, I will humbly yield this role to you. Marie, now go, Joan. As short as our time was, it was the greatest honor to fight under your flag. Yes, I will be waiting. Don't worry, I'll catch up soon. Sanson, you're here? Of course I am. Execution needs qualifications for both the executioner and the executed. No other person has the right to execute you. You should have realized that, Marie. Let's see. Hold on a sec, Samson. I know you are a wonderful executioner. I mean, you're cruel, merciless, and inhumane, but you never once mocked criminals. You guarded the guillotine with great respect, so I do indeed trust you. But does that mean you all alone hold the right to kill me? Isn't that a bit absurd? It's not absurd. I was born into a family of executioners, and I was only taught how to execute. No compromise, it's only about dedication. I am particular about the method, the technique. It's natural for a good executioner to not inflict pain on the criminal. I see beyond that. I see the ecstasy, the moment it feels so good that it'll kill you. That is the type of beheading I dedicate myself to. The best slice of my life was my kiss for you. So, this is destiny. I couldn't help but want to see you, so I could ask. Please tell me, Marie. How was my beheading? Were you able to climax at the very end? I can see that you seriously show respect for me, Samson, from the bottom of your heart. But I'm sorry, that's just impossible. Something I cannot possibly say. I already know enough men with pervious hobbies. Terribly sorry, but I can't accept a second kiss from you. Yes, I know, but I'm sure you'll be delighted I've got even better than back then. That is why I was summoned as a servant. I shall give you the final ecstasy once again. If you hurry, we might still make it in time. Right, if we lose them for the sake of my revival, that would be a great loss. I have a reading. Unfortunately, an enemy. Please hurry and defeat it. Weird. Full power. Yes, master. Now, please, stand back. Oh, alright. But yeah, it's kind of sad for me. I really want to do the events with this account, but unfortunately just they're gearing up into Lost Belt 7 right now, and so they're raising the requirements. I believe the Gouda Gouda coming up has a requirement of Lost Belt 4, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And so, like, if you're a beginner, I kind of see their point. Because they're like, well, we want to do the event, but to be fair, you do have the story to do. So it's not like you have no... it's not like you have nothing to do. Also, they're starting to incorporate more of the, from my understanding, because I haven't played all the events. I have only played like year and a half, 2 years of events, so I'm not like an expert in all of the events. And so, but they're incorporating more events into the story itself, and so like they're raising the requirements so that you don't get spoilers in the story, because nowadays you have to have spoiler warnings and all that. Now I understand it, but some people want the surprise and all that. But yeah, I don't know, I get it. But it does, the problem is it does leave, because one of the biggest things is the community gravitates toward the newest event, the newest content. So if you're a new player, like this account right now, we're not talking about what happened in Orleans. That was year, I believe, yeah, it would have been right away, because I think they did the first loss, part 1 was almost a year. So like, nobody's talking about Orleans. Okay? All the guides, everything online, old news, So, you're not, it's not that you're not a part of the community, but you're not sharing the excitement. So being part of the events is a way to be part of it. And they don't gate every event. One sec. Okay. Big fight. That's it. Impossible. How could I be defeated? I've killed so many since that day and become so much stronger, so why? How sad. Charles Henry Sanson. I should have told you when we reunited. Our relationship ended that day. Because your blade was truly rusted, you've killed so many people that it's lost its way. You've increased your proficiency as a killer. Executioners and killers are not the same, Sanson. The more skilled you become at killing others, the rustier your blade as executioner, savior of criminals becomes. By the time you followed the Dragon Witch, you were no longer the Sanson I knew. No, lies, it cannot be. I kept my fate that you would come, that's why I kept honing my skill. To see you and behead you with more skill, to give you a static moment. Thought by doing so you would surely forgive me. Geez, you really are a pitiful but adorable person. I don't hold a grudge against you. From the beginning, you never had the need to be forgiven by me. Goodbye. That makes 3. It's ironic how the ones who show potential are the first to fall. Yes, perhaps the 2 vampires you loathe may be the last ones standing. Good day, Dragon Witch. It seems you got here a little late. Myself had already escaped. How pitiful. No, that's not true. She left here embracing hope. Just by gaining one servant. How ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, it's amazing that you are still here. Are you intoxicated with the idea of saving these citizens? You, the person killed by her citizen, a woman put to the guillotine and beheaded in ridicule. So disappointing. Witches don't understand such simple logic. It's true that I was executed, that I was ridiculed, that there was disdain. However, that gives me no reason to murder them in return. I became a queen because the people asked me to. A queen cannot be without her people. Thus, it was inevitable if they don't want you, then exit even if you don't want to. That is, destiny of those serving their country. I believe my execution led to my people's next smile. No matter when Viva la France starts blooming, that'll do. It's all we need. Now I'm certain. Say, Dragon Witch, who are you exactly? Shut up. Deploy Noble Phantasm, Crystal Palace. Goodbye, Jeanne. It was lovely meeting you. If I can help the saint who saved France, no, if I can help a friend, then I will gladly shed the last of my radiance and fall. Like a star, like a flower, like a fleeting dream, that is what a servant is, and how Maria Antoinette lives. And this is one thing with the way Fate's story works. They're never truly dead. Like, because they can be resummoned multiple times. So, like, and that's one thing I do make it, I don't want to say critical of the story, but it's, what's the right way to put it? It takes away some of the urgency, because, like, yes, Marie Antoinette was defeated, but also it's good, because then you never truly can, you can't really lose your favorite servant. Huh, interesting. I don't know, I'm gonna think about it. It's a, but yeah, it's, I don't know, sometimes, like, when I was first, the first time I played through, it's like, oh no, and then they show up later, and you're like, wait a minute. Duh. It's not how the system works. Alright, MASH! Oh, thank goodness, and who is... My name is Gregorius. Where's Marie? Marie is... I see, that's what she said when she stayed behind. Oh well, it can't be helped. You don't have to feel bad. Even if we were there, she would have done the same thing. Maria is an eternal philanthropist. That's how she lives and dies. But never mind that. Why don't you reverse Siegfried's curse? Right. Amadeus. It's alright. I knew this was going to happen. Remember how Marie was talking about the piano? See, that was her way of saying goodbye. It never happened when we were alive. If she'd said to me, let me hear your piano, I could have stopped her. But the second farewell hits hard, worse than the first, and more, as we'll never meet again. If your hero sparks, wouldn't there be a chance to see each other again? Like how you may be called the same battlefield? That won't happen, I think. There are many heroic spirits as there are stars. How I came across her this time was already a miracle, though a whimsical master might change things a bit. Anyway, I'm a bit tired. I'm going to excuse myself. Call for me when you're ready to leave. Wait. You shouldn't, Mash. Master, but it's fine. Everyone has moments where they want to be alone. That's right, Mash. You don't understand a man's heart quite yet. You're right. Now that aside, why are you here? It's fine, isn't it? You don't approve of us being here? We're willing to assist you in combat. Well, that is something to be thankful for. But, by the way, Master, who? Of course you. Though temporary, can you enter a contract with me? Yes, sticking out your pinky is enough. This is a pinky promise. If you lie, I'll make you swallow 1,000 needles. You should read her story. It's quite actually... It's terrible, but funny in a way. This completes the contract. Just so you know, I really will make you swallow 1,000 needles if you lie. Is that clear? Please take care of me from now on. Master, Jeanne's group seems to have succeeded in lifting Siegfried's curse. Okay, you'll be fine from now on. Those probably would have been impossible by myself. It's all thanks to Marie. We were able to survive because of her. What she risked her life protecting is something I want to protect too. This era, this world, this country. To do so, let's defeat the Dragon Witch and the Dragon. Alright, I can move now. I apologize for all your efforts, Random Gamer. No, Master, the more correct way to put it is, I appreciate all your efforts from the bottom of my heart. I shall entrust my sword to you. This body will be my master's sword and shield. My true name is Siegfried. I have no other skill than slaying dragons, but I'd be honored to put to use. That sounds, that's the wyverns. Looks like my turn already. Please command me. I will leave them to you. Yeah, my name is Siegfried. Here I go. Yeah, this is... Yeah. One of the things that... With FGO that's interesting because it makes sense. The original story... Like... How do I say it? The original story, you could just keep having random wars. And they did a couple cool things with it. Like, you know, they have extra... They have Apocrypha. They tried some different formats and stuff, but as much as people like the war idea, I don't think they're dead set on the 7. I think it's more just the idea of heroic like that's my big draw. That's what drew me into this was heroes from the past. I've always been a fan of mythology, like especially Greek mythology was my personal favorite. So like I loved, like, when I saw Achilles. I love seeing Hercules. like everybody knows who King Arthur was, but and I even if it was done for different reasons, I actually like, how do you say, putting new looks on old legends, because who knows what the actual legend was. And that's one thing I do like about this show. It puts twists on characters. Sometimes it just plays to the legend. Others, they twist it and make it contradictory, so it's, yeah. But I do get they were trying to find a way, because from what I understand, so Apocrypha originally was going to be an MMORPG type game. So they're trying to find a way to have multiple masters to fight it and teams and all that. And so the idea of an MMORPG, from my understanding, so please feel free to correct me in the comments, was it developed into Apocrypha. And then Apocrypha never, like the game never got developed, but they had some remnants, and that evolved into what we know as FGO now. It's my understanding, but I could be very wrong. I'm not claiming like I know everything on this one. So, but it's really hard with this. Oh, one second. All right, we'll go through the story, and then I'll continue on with my little rant, or not rant, just trying to understand the developers, because I understand a little bit, I think. Alright, now we have ourselves a team. That's right, Master. Let's take down the dragon. Yes, understood, Master. I wouldn't mind helping you out with that little puppy. My, Elizabeth, stop calling my love a puppy is an insult. Did you just make a ridiculous word change? Well, I don't care. I'm not a cheap dragon. I will meet an extra special master someday. Oh, so the horn on your head isn't the only thing twisted. Seeking an impossible dream, is your head okay? It's not an impossible dream. I'm full of conviction. I'm convinced of it. I'll someday meet a master to my liking and will love me. Yes, yes, in your head it's another cloudless day. Our team surely is alive and well, and of course I will be in your service. Oh, heading out already? Then we'll tag along. I've come this far, might as well see this to the end. Random gamer, no master. Right now I am merely a powerless servant. But I wish to protect this world. Please fight with me. Of course. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I understand, like, I wish there was a way, and I don't know how they do this, and this is where, like, Nasu wrote a great story. And so I have a great appreciation for what he did. And evolving it into a game, awesome. Okay, hang on a second. Let's make a camp here tonight to prepare tomorrow's showdown. First, we'll have to secure the area. Everybody prepare for battle. We're surrounded. Don't draw too much attention and refrain from any flash attacks so we can end this soon. Wait, random gamer, I don't see Mash or Amadeus anywhere. Well, crap, I just came to get a bit of water. How lucky to be assaulted by enemies. Amadeus, over here. I'll go up on the front line, so please hide behind me. I'll take you up on your offer, but I can't. This time the situation is different. I can't run away if the front line is just you, Mash. Let me fight with you. Amadeus, will you be alright? You've got hurt. You'll get hurt, you know. Oh, it's a rehearsal. Prepare tomorrow's battle. A few wounds, no worries. But, yeah, it's interesting for me because it's like, with this type of game, you want to have like different servants to attract people to play, because it is a gacha game. They want you to pay money. They don't like free-to-play. I shouldn't say they don't like free-to-play players, but they definitely are trying to get you to roll and pay for it. But the problem is now, like part 1, it's my understanding, part 1 was kind of where they thought at the time gacha games didn't last that long. They thought part 1, and then part 2 was kind of a sunset, and then they've just stretched the Lost Belts forever. And now they're in Japan with Clairvoyance into part 3. I think they're just wrapping it up. I don't really follow the Japan server, just for summons and stuff and events, but I don't follow it super closely. So like, yeah, I wish they could find a way, and I have no clue how, which is why I'm like, I'm not going to claim I know, of how do you make it, because right now this is a game where a lot of people are saying the story's stalling out, the graphics, even though they did switch it over to new Unreal Engine, I believe, they're still not, like, it's graphically not impressive, let's just be honest. They're gorgeous sprites and all that, but it's nothing, like, I'm not saying it's bad quality, I'm just saying it's nothing technically a masterpiece. And so I'm very curious what they're gonna do, because I know as long as they're printing money, they're gonna keep the game going. Eventually, though, something's gonna crack, and I'm curious if they're gonna start ahead of it or not. Well, looking at the time episode here, this is it for the Random Gamer. If you want to hear more of my musings about the whole story and the direction of the game, and I don't know anything, I'm a very, when it comes to stuff, analytical. But let's finish the story first. We made it through in one piece, but we accidentally left the forest during the battle. Random Gamer and Joan must be worried. Let's rest and then return to camp. It seems a bit crazy to ask questions at a time like this, but do you mind? Of course not, but it is important or trivial to ask away. Tomorrow is the final battle. You should wrap up any unfinished business. Right, I hate to bring this back up, but it's about when we heard that Maria had died. This is what you said, Amadeus. Humans choose what they love. I don't understand what they mean. Rather, I understand the meaning of the words. It's the choose part that I don't understand. I mean, things we should view favorably are morally just, and things that we should reject are socially bad. That's what I was taught. I feel deep down that is right. What do you consider right, then? Well, something that saves many lives and sees value in many lives, I suppose. Well, that's rather ill-defined. Let's assume for a moment that Random Gamer was not such a person. Then what? But that's... Forgive me, but that means an assumption. However, keep that hesitation and discomfort in mind. Mash, I suspect that you are a person who has only recently gained her freedom. As such, you freeze in the face of hard choices and have doubts about the person you are becoming. Yes, I think you might be right. I didn't know much about the outside world. No, I maybe never had the right to care for anything in the first place. I mean, oh dear, you truly are pure, aren't you? You're like a music sheet without a single note on it. But heed my words, Mash, even if you are a doll created for the sole purpose of fighting, you have the obligation to care for something. You may not have freedom, but you have obligations. Obligations, not rights or privileges? No, obligations are duties, if you like. Humans have that responsibility, for they possess the intelligence to think. What to care for, what to dislike, and what is considered precious, what is considered evil. Those are the next things you must choose for yourself, not by the words of others, not by conforming to your environment. Every human is unique. So too is each one's value. We learn and see as much as we can. By doing so, your life will be enriched. Listen, the world is not what you make of it. You are what the world makes of you. Then when you become more than this world. You must leave proof that you exist. Whatever it is, I have. All the music I left behind is the proof. Even though that in itself is insignificant. Huh? After all, I am a man who couldn't even bear witness to the death of his one and only first love. My legacy may have been loved by many, but my actual life was nothing special. Still, I am content with that. Humans are filthy and unpleasant. My conclusion stands. To the sinners who shine brilliantly, saints that make one wreck, there is no need for you to fear your own future. You are cherished by the world, and you expand and improve the world. That is what being a human is all about. Being by absorbing all you can from the world and then return those favors to the world you see fit. Worrying over what results we'll have is a matter for another day. Amadeus. However, most things in the world have fair value and a result fit for such value. As was the case with my music and my life, as long as humans are human, evil will not prevail. After all, humanity will be unable to flourish otherwise. It is said that evil is the hindrance to prosperity of life. The species cannot survive with it there. If humanity cannot purge itself of that evil, that is the day of humanity's extinction. Is that simple. I see that you are now breathing more calmly. Our break is over, Mash. Let's return to the others. Most likely this is the last time we shall chat. For some reason it turned into a bit of a lecture. Still, I'm happy that we were alone for this final talk. From start to finish, you're a charming young lady. In this battle I would have proposed to you had Maria not been there. I see. Thank you, great composer Amadeus. I won't forget what you said. Indeed, you passed, mademoiselle. I want you to remember one last thing. There's nothing more beautiful than a parting smile. Okay, so, wow, that story took longer than I thought. But you know the drill at this point. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button. If you want to see the continuation of this story, or the roles I managed to pull off with this account, and anything else, hit the subscribe button. If you have ideas, comments on how to build this account, I am open to suggestions. Or how do you want to see me play it? I know I've been kind of using a bit of a 4-star, 5-star mash of just power, but maybe would you like to see different combos, different this, that? You get the idea. Anyway, it's the Random Gamer, and you know what? Here's how we're going to end this. Let's get gaming.